My name's Graham Kinnear from Graham Kinnear Property Consultants. We're building surveyors based in East Kent. Today I want to talk to you about energy performance certificates. It's something that most property owners are familiar with, but what you may not be familiar with is some of the changes that are due to come into force on the 1st of April 2018. The energy performance certificate itself was introduced in 2007 as part of the government's ill-fated home information packs. The home information packs, thankfully as some would say, no longer exist, but the energy performance certificate that formed part of that document still remains with us. And as landlords and property owners, we're still obliged to have a certificate undertaken and it renewed at least once every 10 years. The changes that are coming into effect in April mean that as of the 1st of April 2018, it will be unlawful to create a lease or tenancy on commercial or residential premises if the property has an energy rating of band less than band E. It's reported that 10% of residential dwellings in the UK fall within a band F or G, and 18% of commercial premises in the UK fall into this category. And so it's a significant issue that landlords and property owners are going to need to deal with. The first way to deal with this is to find out what your energy rating is. So if it's a while since you've had a look at your energy performance certificate, or indeed if you've never had one done, then now is a good opportunity to revisit that and find out what the current assessment is. If you fall into the band F or G, there's a number of things that you can do. Firstly, you should have a look in terms of why the property has reached the score that it has. Now it may be that there's some errors on the report, which would mean that if a competent surveyor undertook the report today, that it might achieve a different score. And so have a look through the items that are listed on probably the second or third page of your certificate and see if they marry up with your understanding of the various components of your building. Alternatively, it might be the case, if your report shows that you're an F or a G rating, that since that report was undertaken, you've already undertaken some improvement works to your property. You might have improved the boiler, you might have added some energy saving lighting, you might have improved the insulation. All of these will increase the score that your building will achieve. And so therefore, if you were to have a surveyor visit you and redo your energy performance certificate, it might be that your building already complies. If it doesn't, then you need to look at how you can affordably and economically get your building to at least a band E. And on the report that you have will be a number of recommendations that you could implement to do that. You could get costings for these and see what you can do to get works in place. Bear in mind though, the whole industry is likely to be moving at a similar time given the introduction of the new rules. And so I would advise you to act early rather than to leave it till the 31st of March. There are proposed to be a number of exemptions to the new regulations, principally to do with listed buildings and those in conservation areas. It's argued that landlords won't be enforced to improve their buildings if it was the case that to do so would alter the appearance of a conservation area or the building itself. And there's likely to be further exemptions in the event that to undertake the works would significantly decrease the value of the property. So there are some exemptions and allowances in place. And if you feel that your building could attract one of those exemptions, then this should be researched further, certainly prior to the beginning of April. If anyone's got any questions about energy performance certificates themselves, or in terms of the new regulations that are coming out, then please feel free to contact us.